Oh, and by the way, this is from Wack, but he's texting, like, you're gonna see this shit. It's kind of like hilarious. Yo, the fact that Wack got a nigga saved like this is crazy. WS Kripotna 99. Who the fuck? Who the fuck saves a nigga like this? WS Kripotna, whatever. Anyway, he texts Wack and he says, Hop is the one telling. He's the one that knocked out Future and Floss took his gun. So Wack says, knocked him out where? Future wasn't touched at the airport. That's cap. Then the Crip partner says, nigga, he knocked out Future at the SLS. I was there. Then Wack says, first they said it was a club, not a hotel. So that happened at a hotel Future was knocked out at. So now we're getting to find out. The club they pressed him, he ran out through the kitchen. Then they knock him out in the SLS. And then Wack sees him at the airport and chasing him.
Cap, bro. I am not believing that Future got knocked out at the SLS hotel. First of all, bruh, this would have been, somebody would have recorded this. That's number one. You think somebody's going to knock out Future, one of the most popular rappers in the world? You think somebody's going to walk up and knock out Future and there's no footage? Second of all, why are we just hearing about this in 2026? Because Wack 100 told the story years ago that Future owed Trick some money, and Wack 100 basically was chasing him around the airport trying to get him to pay up. We already heard this story years ago. We didn't even believe that until it was in the indictment for Big U. So now we know that Wack wasn't capping. Wack was 100% telling the truth. But Wack is even saying that he didn't hear nothing about Future getting knocked out. You know what I'm saying? Like, first of all, you know, the SLS hotel, that's like a very popular hotel, especially for like celebrities and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? They usually like to go to the SLS hotel. So you telling me that nobody saw this, nobody spoke on this, nobody did an interview with Vlad, nobody reported this to TMZ, right? Now there is a possibility that Future could have paid to delete the footage, and whoever was there, maybe Future, you know, gave him a couple $1,000s. But I doubt it, bruh. It seems to me like, because Future is the last real nigga from Atlanta that's left, right? Because everybody else got some snitching shit going on, right? Like, you know, people feel like Rollo told. People feel like Young Thug told. Gunna told, right? It's just Atlanta's kind of down bad right now. I fuck with Atlanta though, right? 21 Savage, even though he didn't snitch on nobody, right? He associates with a snitch, right? Gunna. He's the one trying to get Gunna and Young Thug to be back on good terms. So it seems to me like because Future is the last real nigga left from Atlanta and he's still dropping #1 albums in his 40s, it seems like people is trying to take the last real nigga from Atlanta out, bro. Ever since Future dropped this album, NBA Youngboys dissing Future, now you got niggas out here saying Future got knocked out. We ain't never heard no shit like that. Nah, bro, somebody's capping, bro. I'm not believing it.
I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. They was playing Pac-Man with this nigga Future, bro. I ain't gonna cap. Everybody chasing him. Okay, so they said they knocked him out at the SLS. And he says, I already know which one of Big U's homies telling. And it says, okay, because he was in touch with me. He says, Hop and Floss. He says, I never knew they caught Future slipping like that. He says, Future security, Hop betted them. So I guess like he put some work in. But I guess they got to Future somehow. He says, Big U was there when this happened? Yes. So that confirms exactly what we just read in the indictment. The indictment says Henley was there with his associates. It didn't say he was there with his associates at the club. It just said Rolling 60s rolled up to the club. So this is a third incident we didn't know about. But apparently, according to the feds and according to WS Crip Partner 99, who's telling Wack this stuff, no, there was another.
Damn, so Big U was really the real life Debo, man. They say that Debo was based off of Big U in the movie Friday, and that's what it's looking like, man. Like, Big U really was out here extorting niggas at the highest level, bruh. You know what I'm saying? Like, they say he was extorting DJ Khaled. Remember when Nipsey Hussle had DJ Khaled come out and shoot that video? And apparently Nipsey Hussle stopped, you know, Big U in the Rolling 60s from, you know, having DJ Khaled check in and pay, you know, a certain amount of money. And some people feel like that's what contributed to Nipsey, you know, ultimately passing away. You know what I'm saying? People feel like Big U was the one that sent Eric Holder at Nipsey. Allegedly. I want to say allegedly, right? But yeah, man, Big U was out there in LA, man, extorting a lot of people, man. They said he was extorting basketball players. You know what I'm saying? Like players that played for the Lakers, they was getting extorted. You know what I'm saying? And now we got a situation where we're hearing that Future, right? Future got, belt the ass put on him. I'm just not believing. I can't even like picture in my head like seeing Future get knocked out. You know what I'm saying? Like maybe somebody that's a part of Future security got knocked out, but Future himself, like, bruh, first of all, there's no footage of Wack 100 chasing Future around the airport. That's number one. Number two, there's no footage of Future getting knocked out at the SLS. So you have two situations. And listen, I'm not saying that these situations didn't happen, because if they're a part of an indictment, then it's probably true, right? But I think people is adding too much sauce to it, though. You feel me? Like first of all, Wack 100 is not in shape, right? I don't think Wack 100 is in shape to be chasing Future. Like, think about it, right? Future's in shape, right? Wack 100 is not in shape at all. He's older, right? Obese. Can y'all even picture Wack 100 running and chasing Future? He can't, bro. Can Wack 100 even run? So it's like, I don't like when niggas like they halfway tell the truth about something. Like, you can say that you saw Future and you tried to press him and he just got away from you, but don't make it seem like you was running around the airport like Usain Bolt. That's not the case, bro. You're not in shape enough to do that. Facts, right? Like, don't say that Future got knocked out when in all actuality, maybe somebody that's a part of Future security got knocked out. You know what I'm saying? So let's stop the capping, bro. Like, let's stop making stuff something that it's not, bro. Like, I hate when people do that, bro. Y'all really just trying to like make it seem like Future not who he is, bro. Until we see footage, I'm not believing it, gang.
That happened where Future supposedly got knocked out. And by the way, I guess this is going into the narrative where Wack is saying there's people within Big U's organization that's telling. That's why these stories are coming to light. Because there's a kind of a question of, did Wack story from Clubhouse or my stream get in a federal indictment because he just said it publicly? Or did Wack like fucking feed information to the feds? His thing was, these stories that just got added, I only was at the airport thing, and the other stuff they added, I never knew about Future getting beat up. So he's being told that Future got beat up, and now he's being told who would know this or let it be known. So Hop knocked him out and Floss took the security pistol? Yes, at my hotel. And he says, yeah, I didn't know about this one. Now it makes sense. They're mixing the situation.
Yo, WS Crip Potter, let me ask you a question, right? If you know that there's a federal investigation going on with Big U, right? Why would you text Wack 100 and tell him all of this information? Like, this is self-snitching at its finest, bro. Like, this should be considered snitching because you're talking about something that people don't know about. You're literally revealing new information, and you're also helping out the feds. Like, you're helping the feds. The feds could use these text messages as evidence to further prove that Big U is out here committing crimes, bro. Why would you do it, bro? You already know Wack 100 was gonna post this, bro. You already know Wack 100 likes to gossip. Wack 100 likes to, reveal information that nobody knows. This is why people think Wack 100 is working with the feds, because he's always giving out this information that nobody knows until he says it. Like, why would you text Wack 100 this type of stuff, bro? There's a whole federal investigation going on, gang. You pretty much confirming that some shit happened. We ain't never heard of this shit before, bro. Now, some people might say, oh, well, it's already in the indictment. Yeah, but look at the details that this guy's giving. He's saying the hotel it happened at. He's saying that he was there. He's literally saying that he's a witness to a crime. So if the police find out who this WS Crip partner nigga is and they bring him in for questioning, right? And he lies or whatever, it's just not a good look. What happened to the street niggas not doing all this talking on the phone and not self-snitching, bro? Y'all the same ones that was crashing out on 6ix9ine, bro. Y'all the same ones that call out Gunna. Y'all the same ones that don't like how Young Thug was in the interrogation room ready to give up information for a Big Mac with tartar sauce on that bit. But look what y'all doing, bro. Y'all self-snitching, bro. Y'all talking on phones, giving out information that nobody needs to know. Nobody has ever heard of Future getting knocked out, bro. This is new information to everybody on the planet, bro. But now we know because y'all niggas can't keep y'all mouths closed. Y'all can't stop typing and snitching on yourself, bro. This ain't a good look for the streets, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, we can't just talk about Atlanta. We got to start talking about all of these street niggas all over, bro, that feel the need to give up information that nobody needs to know, bro. Like, I don't think this is smart at all, bro.
Situation. So he's saying that they're mixing the airport situation with the hotel situation where supposedly Future got knocked out. And a dude, Crip Partner, 99, says, yes, I seen it. And he said, yeah, and Hop is a Cody on the Rico. And it says, Floss is telling it'll come out during trial. I don't know who these people are. And Wack says, Wack says Floss is telling him to come out during trial. Then Crip Partner says, that's who telling. My brother got 2 kids by Hop's sister. No shit. And then Wack says, Hop ain't never did no time, bro. And he got away from Big U. So right now, I could see Hop cooperating. You know? Wack got that, like, you know, cooperant radar. You know? Like, some people got a gaydar. This nigga got a snitchdar. You feel me? So here we go. And he says, so Crip Partner 99 says, nigga, he is Manny is.
This is what I call being a hypocrite, bruh. So y'all sitting here texting each other, right? Revealing information that nobody knows. Y'all are literally snitching, right? Y'all are literally talking about Future allegedly getting knocked out. Y'all are literally name dropping the person that knocked him out. Y'all are literally name dropping the club that he got knocked out. But then y'all want to sit there and say, oh, it's this person that's snitching on Big U. My nigga, y'all niggas is snitching. Y'all niggas is self-snitching, bro. Y'all niggas is talking about information on the phone, texting back and forth, bro. Y'all are literally talking about stuff that's attached to an indictment for a federal investigation that's literally ongoing. But y'all want to sit there and try to ponder who's snitching and who's cooperating. Like, come on, bro. So what y'all gonna say? Oh, because y'all not directly talking to the feds, y'all not snitching? But bro, y'all are literally helping the feds prove their case. They can say, hey, look at these text messages between Wack 100 and WS Crip Partner. You know they can find out who that really is. It's not hard. You guys are texting on the iPhone. They could easily find out who you are, bro. And they can say, look, they're proving our case that there was multiple instances where Big U was trying to harm rapper Future. But y'all want to sit there and try to ponder and guess who's snitching and who's telling to the feds, bro. This is what I'm talking about, bro. The streets is dead, bro. You know what I'm saying? The streets, it's a myth, bro. The streets is not what it was back in the 80s, the 90s, even the early 2000s, bro. Everybody these days is on some snitching shit, bro. You know what I'm saying? So all of this street shit that niggas be on, bro, like y'all want to talk about the city of Atlanta. It's funny how, you know, we call Atlanta like the capital of snitching, right? But not once have we ever heard Future talk about any of this. He hasn't talked about it in a song. He hasn't talked about it in an interview, right? He allegedly got chased around the airport and got knocked out. And this happened years ago. This happened when Future was still dating Sierra. So this happened about 10 years ago. You know what I'm saying? Future done had 10 more kids since then, 10 more baby mamas since then. But Future ain't the one that's telling all this information that nobody knew about. It's these quote-unquote gang members and street niggas from California. This not a good look for Cali, bro. This is not a good look at all, bro. Like, gang members, bro, out here giving up information and talking about incriminating shit through text messages, bro. That's some weirdos. And Wack, if you would have never told this story in the first place about you chasing around Future, the feds probably would have never found this out. But you be on Clubhouse running your mouth and pump faking and booty shaking, bruh.